Okay, everybody. So, welcome back. This is Ian from Mindful Marketplace and a tiny book about.com. It is the 5th of May, 2023. And I wanted to give those of you who are still really interested in microsites and using that sort of strategy to build online assets, to earn an income, and to really transform your business very quickly. I wanted to show you a really what I think is a quintessential example of how to use this and how I'm using this in our own business in 2023, actually right now, as of today, this Friday. So here's a one of like a niche sort of site on kind of psychics and mediums and that sort of stuff. I own just a portion of this. I started this years and years ago. I'm actually agnostic about psychics and mediums, so it's really not a great fit for my personal taste and preference. But I do still kind of do the strategy for this site, and I have an ownership in it. But here's an example of a banner ad at the top of this site. You can see it's really, really big and it gets a lot of clicks. I'm just going to show you really quickly. So two things. One, before I actually changed the tracking link on this today, but before this was going to a Gumroad landing page that you're about to see, but it was converting really, really poorly. So people would click on this banner, which gets a lot of clicks, like maybe 20% of the folks who land on this site are actually clicking on this quiz, which is good. But the fact that it converts like shit is not good. So, and it was going to this Gumroad page. So what I did today, this is all experimental. I don't really know this is going to be a huge help, but I think it should be, is now I changed the tracking link to go to a landing page, or actually a Superstash microsite. And this is the platform that I really recommend those of you who are looking at building lots of these micro directories, microsites, curated content sites that you use, because it's so damn affordable, right? This costs me, $10 a month or less, something like $9.50 or something. And I think the price has gone up because I signed up for this in beta, but it might be like $12 or $13, and I can literally create as many of these, and so can you, as I want, right? So let's look at a sort of different approach to using a microsite that most folks don't think of, right? So what I did this morning, and I'm going to outsource this, but I actually did this today so I could see what the entire process would be like from my side, is I just created I took all these infographics, which I already have and are part of this Gumroad course, which I was just telling you is like, converting badly. So let's see. Is that going to go there? It does. All right. So here is the landing page with this course that people were actually being sent to from this link originally, and it's not converting well at all. Now what I'm doing is using Superstash to take individual elements, right, within that course, within those workbooks that's in this particular course, and putting them all into individualized, numbered kind of lessons using Superstash. So, something like this, again, which is in, it's one of the little modules in that course, or in the workbooks that are available in that course. Now we have, let's see if I can show you. So here's number one, and I numbered them all. And again, I have no evidence yet this is going to convert any better, but why not try it, right? So, all of these little infographics now, lead back to this course, right? Which is $10. So it's a workbook. I didn't even create the workbook. Somebody else in our community did, right? So I'm not really that interested in, kind of highly sensitive people, right? That's not my own general thing, but it's a very popular topic within our mindfulness extended community, with people who are introverts and sensitives, and think of themselves as more empathic than most, etc., etc. All right. So I took all of these individual pieces that are in that workbook, and I created individual infographics. Some of these I wrote, and others are from Angie, who's the author of that course, right? So I actually wrote this, and it's like a poster that I created based on a sort of quote of my own, right? And all of these are individual, numbered sort of truths or lessons within a Superstash microsite. And we'll see. I mean, I think invariably this is going to end up being something that'll get a lot of shares on Pinterest and things like that. And I'll drive a lot of traffic that way. And then, each of these individual elements it redirects to this course. Anyway, the video there cut out sort of in that last breath. But in summation, if you're interested in trying this, just go to Superstash, sign up, and give it a couple weeks and see what you can build over a couple weeks using this sort of approach. All right. Lastly, I'm going to be doing very few more videos on this sort of thing going forward. Really going to be focusing on our tinybook.com publishing platform for authors and entrepreneurs who want to write and teach and create courses with us. And, that's largely where I'm going to focus, but we will be creating tons and tons of little microsites to help support that project and that platform. So if you're in our community, feel free to, there's a microsite, course or cohort within there, and you can check out all the things that I'll be documenting going forward in that spirit. Okie doke. Teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work. I really hope these videos that I've recorded over the last 6 months or so have been really helpful for those of you who are interested in this particular sort of path. I mean, it's a really powerful one. It's easy, it's affordable, it's ethical, it's flexible. You can do this a ton of different ways. You don't have to do it the way that I recommend, and you can just explore the idea of creating online assets while you create short-term income, and you really expand your brand with super speed without gurus or gimmicks or all that silly stuff that is surrounding us at all times. Thanks so much for watching. As always, if you're interested in writing books, keep watching my channel because I'll have a lot more stuff on that to come. But if you're just building your agency or doing that sort of work, pretty much the end of the line has come for those sorts of public videos, especially on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you, and have a wonderful weekend.